this video, we are going to talk about translating verbal expressions into algebraic expressions and vice versa. But first, let's talk about how to translate verbal expressions into algebraic expressions. So pag sinabi natin verbal expressions, it involves words, no? And sentences na words yung ginagamit, no? And then when we talk about algebraic expressions naman, it involves constants or numbers and variables or letters. So iba yung numerical expression sa algebraic expression. When we say numerical expression, numbers lang yung involved, walang letters or variables. So let's say for example, we have 3 plus 1, no? We have 3 plus 1/2, let's say that those are examples of numerical expression. So, pag sinabi naman natin algebraic expression, andyan na yung mga presence ng letters or tinatawag natin kasi sila na variables sa algebra. No, let's say for example, we have 3 plus x, andyan na yan. May x na, no? May variable na. And let's say for example, we have 1/2 of x minus 1/4 of y. So those are examples of algebraic expression. Now, paano natin kaya ita-translate if the given is a verbal expression and we need to make it an algebraic expression? So let's say we have these examples. So first that we need to translate into algebraic expression is this one. No, written and verbal expression, of course, kasi mga words yung nakikita ninyo. So, we have, let's say, a number more than another number. So, as you can see, walang sinabi na specific na number or variable dun sa verbal expression. If that is the case, you are going to assign variable for that. So, ang variable po na pwede natin i-assign is from A to Z. So, yung mga variables, letters, alphabet, they are all the variables that you can use in assigning them. So, let's say, for example, yung unang number, assume natin na that will be x. And then, yung another number, that will be y. And then, ito yung operation. No? Ayun yung operation, more than. So, that is the clue word kung ano yung gagawin natin. If that is the case, we can write this verbal expression like this. So, we can write x plus y. So, bakit x plus y? So, yung a number, yung unang number, we assume that that is x. Okay? And then more than, when we say more than, we are talking about addition. So, I put a plus sign there. And then, another number, we assume that that number is y. So, we now get x plus y. So, ganun lang siya. And then, if you're going to ask me if, ma'am, is it limited na x and y lang yung gamitin na variable? No, it is not limited in that. No, you can use a lot of variables. So, yung a number more than another number, it can be a plus b or w plus x. It can be any variable. Basta tama yung operation. Dun lang tayo pwedeng magkamali sa operation. Kasi when we say more than, automatically that is addition. So yun lang. So there's no problem dun sa pag-assign ng variables. They are all correct, or you can use any letters from the alphabet. And then the next one is 9 diminished by a number. So as you can see, dito sa second example, may specific na number na nakasulat in words, diba? So there's no problem. 9. And then when we say diminished by, kasi it involves subtraction, pinawasan, no? So 9 minus a number. So a number, again, there's no specific number or variable na binigay. So, therefore, you need to assign a variable or letter for that. So, let's say, for example, lang i-assign ko sa kanya is A. So, 9 minus A. But then, always remember na hindi lang siya limited dun sa ina-assign kong variable in this example. No? It can be 9 minus X, 9 minus B, 9 minus S, and so on and so forth. So, yun, pinapakita ko lang dito. So, 9 minus A. That is how you write this verbal expression into algebraic expression. The third one, we have 1/2 y plus 1/4 x. So dito, there is no problem kasi, ayan, meron specific na sinabi yung word. Okay? So 1/2, we have 1/2 y. So when you write that, 1/2 y, and then plus 1/2 x. Sorry, it's 1/4. 1/4. Yeah, so 1/2 y plus 1/4 x. Okay, and then the fourth one, we have 21 times a number. So we have 21. We have 21 times a number. So, you can write a parenthesis for that, no? Kasi, kadalasan nang ginagamit sa algebra, hindi na yung cross na sign for multiplication, kadalasan na ginagamit is parenthesis, no? So, 21 times, it indicates multiplication, kaya naglagay ako ng parenthesis, times a number. So, a number, again, we need to assign our own variable na gusto natin. So, let's say, ang i-assign ko na variable is b. So, yan, 21 times b. Or, it can be written in algebra as 21b. So, sa algebra kasi, kapag magsusulat tayo or magmumultiply tayo ng isang number and isang variable, you can just write them na magkatabi sila. Okay? But then, it is limited kung ang given mo ay isang variable and isang number. So, let's say, sabihin natin na ang i-multiply natin is 21 and 3. I cannot write 21 times 3 as this one. So, hindi pwede. It is only limited. Pwede ito, yung 21b, limited siya kung ang i-multiply mo is isang number and isang variable. You can just, not put the parenthesis. And understood na, 21b, ibig sabihin, si 21, i-multiply ko doon sa magiging value ni b. Okay? So, yun lang. But then, yeah, kapag naglagay kayo ng parenthesis, it's just the same. Correct din naman. And then next is we have divide the sum of A and B by the difference of C and D. So, in algebra, when we talk about division, ang sinusulat na natin yan is in fraction form. No? So, when we write that, it will be the sum of A and B will be your numerator or your dividend. No? Dividend, yes. Over your denominator or your divisor. Yung divisor mo is difference of C and D. So when we say sum, it involves addition. When we say difference, it involves subtraction. So divide the sum of A and B by the difference of C and D. Or it can also be written as this, no? In traditional way. So, sum of A and B divided by the difference of C and D. But then, para mas masanay na kayo, I advise na dito na kayo mag-focus doon sa fraction form. No, sa algebra kasi hindi na masyadong ginagamit yung traditional way like this ng pagsusulat ng expressions, no? And then, next is the product of the square of a number and the cube of another number. So, the product, pwede tayo maglagay ng parenthesis, product involves multiplication. Product of the square of a number. So, let's say, ang i-assign ko na variable sa unang number is x, and then dun sa another is y. And then, yan, cube. So, the product of the square of a number, that is the exponent, no? Yung maliit na number on the upper right ng variable. That is what we call the exponent. So, x squared and then times the cube of another number. So, cube of y or y cube. Or it can also be written as like this, yung wala na siyang parentheses. Pwede. So, yeah, it can be written like that. No? And then next is thrice a number more than 3. So, thrice a number, triplehin natin yung isang number. But then, walang specific na direction kung ano ba siya. So, we need to assign a variable. So, ang i-assign na variable ko, let's say, is a. And then, we have more than, which represents addition, no? So, thrice a number, thrice a, or 3a, plus 3. So, bakit naging 3a? Kasi, titriplehin daw natin yung a, diba? Thrice a number. Or it can be written as like this, no? So, bakit nilagyan ni ma'am ng parentheses? When we talk about twice, thrice, it involves multiplication kasi. No, titriplihin, dodoblihin natin. So, ang gagawin natin is i-multiply natin. So, pwede siyang, may parentheses, pwede naman din siyang wala. In this case, no? Then, more than is addition plus 3. 3, specific naman yung binigay. So, just write 3 there. And then, our last example, the quotient. So, when we talk about quotient, it involves division, no? So, gagawin natin in fraction form. The quotient of the square root of m and n, no? The quotient of the square root of m is your dividend or your numerator, and n is your denominator or your divisor. So, ganyan siya pag sinulat natin. Or, it can also be written in this form. Square root of m divided by n. Okay, the quotient of the square root of m and n. So, huwag kayo malilito doon, hindi po naka-square root si n. Kung naka-square root si n, ang nakasulat dapat dyan is the quotient of the square root of m and the square root of n. Okay? So, doble dapat. So, yun lang. That is how you translate verbal expressions into algebraic expressions. Next is how do we translate algebraic expressions into verbal expressions naman. So, paano kapag the given is an algebraic expression and we need to make it into words or a verbal expression? So, before we translate algebraic expressions into verbal expression, we need to be aware of these words na pwede natin gamitin when we talk about the operations. No? Sa addition, kadalasan ginagamit is plus, increase by, pwede mong gamitin yan, more than, sum, and add. Kapag naman sa subtraction, we have minus, decreased by, less than, difference, diminished by, subtract, or taken away. And then sa multiplication, we have times, multiplied by, of. So, of, hindi siya masyado, I'm not sure if familiar kayo na yung word na of indicates multiplication. Pero, yeah, it indicates multiplication. So, let's say, for example, we have 1/2 of x. So, multiplication yan. And then, we have the product. And then, sa division, we have divide, ratio, and quotient. Now, let's write the verbal expression for this or for the following algebraic expression here. So, we have x minus 2y. So, we can write x as a number. No, x is a variable kasi. So, a number minus, we have 2y. So, you need to write twice. No? Twice another number. Kasi we have another variable. So, we can write this algebraic expression as a number minus twice another number. Okay? Or the difference of. So we are talking about subtraction. The difference of x. You can straight up write the variable, no? X and twice y or another number. Okay, so there are a lot of possible answers. I'm just like giving you options here. So madaming possible na answers. And then how about the next one? So 1/2 x. So pwede ko sabihin 1/2 of x. Kasi they are magkatabi, di ba? Magkatabi sila. Therefore, ang involved na operation is multiplication. So, hindi lang lalagyan ng parenthesis, but then it is also acceptable na kahit walang parenthesis, it indicates multiplication. Or, pwede naman the product. The product of 1/2 and x. Or another number, or a number, kasi variable. So, it's up to you if ang ilalagay nyo is a number or another number, or you can straight up write the variable itself. Ano pa pwede? 1/2 times x, or a number. So, there are a lot of possible answers, no? And then the third one, we have 2x over a cubed. So, pwede dito is the ratio. The ratio of, as you can see, we have 2x. So, twice a number. Kasi x is a variable. The ratio of twice a number and the cube. Kasi 3 yung exponent. And the cube of another number. So, another number, yung term na ginamit kasi a is a variable. So, pwede yan. Pwede din naman na you have twice x. Pwede nyo straight up na isulat na x na twice x divided by the cube of a. Pwede nyo isulat. No? So, yun. There are a lot of options actually. And then next is this, no? So, it can be written as twice the sum of A and B. Can be written as like that. Or pwede naman kasi there is a presence of parenthesis. So, ibig sabihin, si 2, imumultiply natin sa sum ng A and B. Pwede naman natin sabihin na the product of 2 and the sum of A and B. Pwede din yan. Or pwede natin the sum of a number and another number. Pwede yan. Pwedeng hindi nyo straight up sabihin yung variable. It's up to you, no? The product of 2 and the sum of a number and another number. And then lastly, we have x plus y over 3x minus 2y. So we can write this as divide the sum of x and y by the difference of thrice x and twice y. So, yan, sinulat natin straight up yung variable. So, divide the sum, kasi we have the plus sign here. So, sum is for addition. Sum of x and y by the difference. Difference is subtraction. Difference of thrice x, kasi we have 3x. And twice y, kasi we have 2y. Pwede din naman natin sabihin na the quotient of the sum of x and y and so madaming end, no? And thrice x and twice y. So the quotient of the sum of x and y and thrice x and twice y. So, pwede din naman yaan. No? So, yun, there are a lot of possible answers. But then, you're the one who will like write the phrase. So it's up to you. No? So that's it. That is how you transform verbal expressions into algebraic expressions and vice versa.